Hello wet shavers, welcome to the Soap Thing Project. It's the day before Halloween at the time this video is being released, so that is a good enough excuse to use Southern Witchcrafts Pomona. And as you can see, the notes are displayed right on the label. There's no ingredients anywhere on the soap, so I will put those at the bottom of the screen for you. But I do believe I paid $16 for 4 ounces of soap, and it's just a great vegan soap base. I've never had any issues lathering this, and it's good to go. So Southern Witchcrafts Pomona. We'll talk more about the scent during the video. The aftershave we're going to use is going to be the matching aftershave, Southern Witchcrafts Pomona, and this is a non-alcohol based aftershave. The razor is going to be the Karve Christopher Bradley razor with the C plate, and I have been polishing this off and on over the last couple weeks. So as you can see, it's quite the shiny looking shaving tool. But Karve Christopher Bradley razor with the C plate. Now the blades, I've used this a few times off camera, and I know it's good to go with my Persona Platinum blades. So we're going to try a Perma-Sharp blade in it today. So let's see how those behave in the Karve Christopher Bradley razor with the C plate. And the brush, which has been soaking in my brush cup. Any chance I get to use the Soap Thing brush, I'm going to do it. Got the Soap Thing brush by Opus Shaving, and it's got a 26mm V6 tip knot from Turn & Shave on it. So let's get all this together, and let's do a shave. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Southern Witchcrafts Pomona in the bottom of the Langley City Shave Bowl. And we have the brush and the spray bottle. So for this one, let's just go right ahead and do 10. 10 sprays of water, and let's get this started. See how it looks. And right away, the scent is just projecting all throughout the bathroom. Forget about me smelling it 12 inches away from the bowl to my face. I could probably smell it out in the living room if I opened the door. Right now, the lather looks a little thin for my particular taste, so I'm just going to keep working on it, see if I can thicken it up a little bit. Well, let's try putting a little bit more water. 5 sprays. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Looks like it's thickening up a little bit. The brush obviously is a badger brush, so it's probably retaining a lot of the lather that you might otherwise see. And I could keep lathering it a little bit more if I wanted to, but I think this is good to go. Alright, let's do a shave. Alright, I've got 3 days growth on the face today, so I'm going to wet the face and then we're going to put a pre-shave on. Okay. Pre-shave we're going to use today is going to be the Chiseled Face pre-shave gel. This is a water-based gel, so you don't have to worry about it getting all grimy and leaving this oily, hairy residue everywhere. And it's quite slick and even a little bit slimy. So, but it works. It works very, very well. Okay, now the soap. Southern Witchcrafts Pomona. Scent strength on this is a resounding 5 out of 5. This one is definitely a screamer. So let's put it on the face. Three days growth. We have the Karve C plate with some perma-sharp blades. Let's give it a try. Now let's talk about the scent on the Southern Witchcrafts Pomona. So basically what I get out of this is apple cider. Let me look at the label for a second. It's supposed to have apple, honey, spice, and red wine in it. I feel like you can make a drink out of that. You just get you 2 parts red wine, 1 part apple, 1 part honey syrup, and a dash of cinnamon. I'm gonna have to give that a try sometime. Anyway, basically what I get out of this is an apple cider sort of vibe. A very distinctive, very recognizable apple cider sort of smell. The red wine does creep in a fair bit. And so what the end result is it kind of smells like somebody spiked the apple cider. It's got a slightly boozy sort of facet to it. The honey, I think, is a little bit of a background note. I don't get this very distinctive honey smell. If anything, it probably just sweetens the scent a little bit. Mostly what I'm getting is apples and red wine. Now, a lot of Southern Witchcraft soap have this sort of mildewy smell or like decay smell or some other kind of dark facet to it. And there is that in this soap, but there's much less of it. In fact, I think this is one of the brighter soaps that they make. And it's my personal favorite from their lineup. I think it's probably because it has this very recognizable apple cider sort of vibe, and because there's very little of the darkness that they're more known for. Let's talk about the Karve razor for a second. So, my shaving style is, when I use a safety razor, excuse me, I will tend to ride the base plate. And for better or for worse, that is how I choose to shave. So if a razor does not have a cap and guard geometry such that it is good for that style of shaving, I won't tend to like it and won't tend to hold on to it. This one is decent for my particular shaving habits. The B plate was too mild. And for somebody like me who rides the base plate, the C plate is almost too aggressive. I tried the D plate briefly, and that was not good for me as a daily shaver. It could probably do fine with several days growth like I have now. And this one I have to really be careful if I'm doing a 24 hours of growth shave. And I know that's to my detriment, the fact that I ride the base plate. I think most shavers and most razor makers will tell you to ride the cap a little bit more. Now, under here, this is always a hot spot for me. We're getting towards the end of the shave, and so far this one is feeling pretty good. Feeling like it's going to be a good shave. Okay, and let's quit while we're ahead. So I'm going to do a cold water rinse, and then we'll come back for the alum block and the final thoughts. All right, here we have the alum block from Omega. And let's wet the face and put it on. The sound you're hearing is my sink drain. Sometimes it makes those funny noises. I'm not sure if you can hear it or not, but I certainly can. Let's just drain that. Okay. Now, right here, there's a little bit of stinging. And right there. Everywhere else on the face is good to go. So, not a bad report card here in the Soap Thing project. And time for the Southern Witchcrafts Pomona Aftershave Splash. Let's put it on. And this stuff is really, really soothing on the face. Smells great too. It is definitely a strong smelling aftershave, and this stuff is going to linger for a while. At least it does on my skin. What do we have here? Witch hazel, water, aloe gel, polysorbate 20, fragrance, glycerin, and vitamin E. It does have something of a toning property to it, even though it doesn't have any alcohol. I'm not sure what that comes from. Maybe it's power of suggestion. I don't know. All I know is it does tone a little bit, in spite of the fact that there's no alcohol. Okay, so my final thoughts on Southern Witchcrafts Pomona. If I exhausted this to an empty tub, would I buy it again? Absolutely I would. I would still probably regulate this to a fall scent. I'm not sure I'd use it during the summer or the spring. Fall and winter, I'd probably use it a lot, and I have been. But it's good to go. It smells like red wine and apple cider. So, at least that's what I got out of it. So, if you're into apple cider, you'll probably like this. So, Southern Witchcrafts Pomona. And that'll be the shave for today. I want to thank everybody for watching, and until next time, this is Soap Thing telling you, shave like you mean it. Thanks for watching.